All right. Gonçalo Inácio to Man United hint has gonna hit to be dropped by Fabrizio Romano, and this is how it's gonna hit to coming through onto the United Matters channel. Smash the like button, comment and share if you're only watching us for the very first time. Endeavor to subscribe to this channel so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Harry Maguire dropped. Stories dropping earlier today from the Telegraph, and finally David Austin has gone ahead obviously break the story that Harry Maguire has been dropped for the English national team and is not going to feature into the Euros. And lastly, we're going to be talking about Luke Shaw and how he has gone ahead obviously find himself in the squad, having gone ahead to pass the late fitness tests, and he's very promising, as the manager hinted to us before they went ahead to play Bosnia on Monday earlier this week. Let's see close to 300 likes smashing this video. Don't forget to subscribe so as not to miss out on stories that we do upload in here on a daily. Rokan David is my name. You can as well call me Aradi. And let's obviously continue to thank God for the gift of life and for Muslims. Barak, Lao, Fikum. Now, let's obviously start it off with the story that Fabrizio Romano went ahead to break about this guy known as Gonçalo Inácio. Fabrizio said Man United and Liverpool have both been monitoring Gonçalo Inácio ahead of the summer transfer window. His release clause is worth 60 million euros. Manchester United are still discussing internally how many centre-backs they want to bring in. For sure, at least one right-footed in there for you. Now, Gonçalo Inácio, I love the player. You know, one of the big things I love about him is his versatility. That is it. It's his versatility. And I tell you what, we need a player like him. If I'm Manchester United, I'll be looking in for two central defenders, of which the right-footed player can play on the right side of the central defense and can play onto the right back position. The left back should be able to play, the left-footed one should be able to play on the left side of the central defense and the left back. And when I'm talking about that player to play on the left back and the left side of the central defense, Gonçalo Inácio ticks all those boxes, and he can also be dropped into the midfield. That is the huge impact about this guy who goes by the names of Gonçalo Inácio. And he's really one of those that people have gone ahead to obviously love a lot, and very many teams are really interested in him. That shows you how competent this guy is. He's just 23 years of age, very young, 1.8 meters tall. This guy is really press resistant, and he has been of interest to Manchester United, and they have it again to obviously get out. And this season he played 32 matches for the side of Portugal, for the side of Sporting Lisbon, and they are the reigning champions. He scored 1 goal, and in the UEFA Europa League 9 games, 3 goals, and the Taça da Liga 3 games, meaning that he played a total of 44 games this season, right? So 44 games this season. That is Gonçalo Inácio. I love the boy, and I wish we can get him in, because he ticks very many boxes of that player you want obviously coming through and really compete with Lisandro Martinez. Because one will ask, why do we bring in Gonçalo Inácio when we are having Lisandro Martinez? Didn't you see what happened to Man United last season for having only one left-sided centre-back? And that's what we went ahead to happen to this club of Manchester United, meaning that we need to reinforce this side of Manchester United like never before and really put in a very huge shift to help us really compete with other teams. And I've seen very many people come out and really speak, but my words remain, or really stand onto us reinforcing the defense first, because we've seen it that even with other players available and not having the defenders, we've gone ahead to concede very many goals. If there is a way Manchester United gets in 2 central defenders, that will be the best. That will be the best for me. I want those 2 central defenders in, one right-sided and one left-sided. And those under consideration are Todibo, Gonçalo Inácio, Lenny Yoro, there is Mark Guehi, and this other guy called Jarrod Braithwaite, plus Chaloba of Chelsea. And I think the plan is simple. get in one player who is really 60 or 51 million pounds price, and then get in a player of like 30 million pounds, not more than 30 million pounds. That's why Man United is in for Chalobah Trevor. That is it. So we are waiting to see how that pans out, but Gonçalo Inácio to Manchester United is a very good defender that I would want us to obviously bring in. And the interest has been confirmed by Fabrizio Romano, but even Liverpool is interested in this player. And each and every time I see us competing with Liverpool, I really get worried. I get worried because of how speedy they are. You know, they are really lightning quick when obviously go in for a player. Because for Liverpool, they can really make a process, the entire process of signing a player, into a jokery. You know, they happen to do such stuff to make you believe, and they make you believe that it's very easy to obviously make it, you know, but that is a symbol, or that is symbolic of any elite club when it comes to doing transfers. Now one will ask, Rokani, what are the 5 steps of a transfer? The 5 steps of a transfer are talking with the player, 1, agreeing with the player, that is the terms, you know. Then after that, you start talking to the club, that is the 3rd step. Then you agree a deal with the club, that is the 4th step. And then here we go, you know, and after here we go comes in through, there is a medical, right? And then the announcement, you get? So these 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 first steps, Liverpool can do them in a day. I tell you, they can talk to the player in a day, agree terms, you know, they negotiate with the club, reach an agreement, submit the first bid, and then later they find themselves really doing the needful and obviously killing it off to the levels where you don't want it to be. So for me, I'm just excited about us being into this interest, but there is still a very huge blocking factor. How do we convince these players to come in through the club of Manchester United when we are not having a manager? That is it. Because for me right now, I don't think that we are having a manager, not until an announcement is really made. You get? Not until an announcement is really made. And before that announcement is really made, I won't come out and really tell you that there is anything possible I anticipate from us signing players, because no player is going to be coming to the club of Manchester United. And you saw to it that we've already gone ahead to lose a guy called Tosin. And you know why we lost Tosin? We lost Tosin because we lost Tosin. You know why we lost him? We lost him because we never had a manager, and Chelsea had already gone ahead to solve that puzzle of obviously having a manager, and it went ahead to cost us as a club of Manchester United. So I want to let you know that not until such things are really settled, even if we are really pointing at players, we are not obviously going to take that further step. Every client will be like, all right, we've gone ahead to understand that you want to sign me. Which manager am I going to be playing under? You understand? And the worst bit of it is, here at the club of Manchester United, we will have competitors to compete with for the players that we are really going in for. That is it. If you know that, you know. You get? For example, the player we're talking about, Gonçalo Inácio, we are really going in for him with very many other teams. And that doesn't really make perfect sense if we don't have a manager. Liverpool have already gone ahead, obviously, to confirm their manager. It's Ancelotti. You understand? It's Ancelotti for you, and Ancelotti will be talking to Gonçalo Inácio and showing him his plan on how he's going to feature into his side. And I think Ancelotti can easily convince him to obviously coming through to play for Liverpool, because Liverpool don't have a left-footed centre-back. And you'll be like, you're going to be playing that central defense with either Virgil van Dijk or Konate. You know, you can also be played as a left-back in there for you. But at Man United, who is going to come out and show Gonçalo Inácio on how he's going to fit into the squad of Manchester United, or in the first team? And yet we're also having Lisandro Martinez, one of those that has gone here to prove to the world that he's really one of the best left backs. But we've gone here to see it that Man City has gone here to balance it very well with its two left-sided centre backs, that is Nathan Ake and Jesco Vadio. All those have gone here to get ample playing time, and they are not complaining. Not so. They are not complaining at any one juncture for lack of enough playing time. They are really very positive about what is happening at the club of Manchester United, and they are willing to see to it that they offer us a lot of coverage and obviously do the needful. So for them, they've gonna hit obviously get ample playing time, and you've gonna hit to see to it that one has gonna hit to be played as a left back at a certain occasions and others a left back, but sometimes you're gonna hit to find them in the same team when one is being played as a left back, another a centre back. But we've seen all of those people, we've seen all of those players that we're talking about come into the mix, you know, to obviously put in a very good shift to see to it that a lot goes the way onto the side of Manchester United, sorry, on the side of Man City. So all you have to do is let's get this done, you know. Let's get this done between Manchester United and Erik ten Hag, such that we get to know who the permanent manager is going to be like at the club of Manchester United, and then we'll find a solution to that. Now, early this morning, we got sources coming in through from the Telegraph that sources close to the England squad believe Harry Maguire could be prevented from being part of the final group that travels to the Euros through an injury. That's what we went ahead to get. Then later, we went ahead obviously getting the story coming in through from David Austin exclusive, saying Jack Grealish plus Harry Maguire not part of the final England squad for English Championship. Man City midfielder Jack Grealish comes on versus Bosnia, but among those to miss out. Man United defender Harry Maguire is having a calf injury. Now, when you look at Harry Maguire, he has been having a very injury-prone season. You can all agree with me on that. He has been having what we call an injury-prone season. If you know, you know. He has been having an injury-prone season, and I tell you, that cannot really keep him into the team of England, because this team will obviously call in for people who are really ready to do the job. And Harry Maguire at that juncture is not ready to do the job. And this is a tournament not it's a tournament not a league, you know, that is going to run for months, meaning that you'll only have to keep people that will really take you through what we call the tournament of just 1 month. And Harry Maguire has gone ahead to be dropped. But for me, it's really a very huge blow for me and the plans of Manchester United, because if you want to sell Harry Maguire, the best thing to do is get him out, you know, get him out into the team of the England. After he blesses the team of England, do the needful and get them into the team. He plays very well, does all the due diligence, and you can get some good money from him, because he has been having a fantastic season at Manchester United. You can use that as the benchmark, obviously getting like £40 million, but to really assert that £40 million better, he needed to be in the Euros, be part of the England squad, and I tell you, England might be part of the team to obviously win the Euros. And if Atoli wins the Euros, his stake will obviously go up or be leveled at £40 million. And that is really exciting for the side of Manchester United. And right now, he's returning to the club. And for those that really believe he's going to stay here, it is a plus that we are going to be having an extra player not going to the Euros, joining Andre Onana, Bissaka, Tarell Malacia, I think Lindelof, Harry Maguire, John Evans, Casemiro, Amrabat, Amadi Diallo, Marcus Rashford, Mason Mount, and very many others, name it. So that is Manchester United for you, and how they're gonna hit to do that. The players gonna hit to be dropped. But for Luke Shaw, it was yesterday when they told us that his chances of getting to the squad are really huge. And this is Matt Lowe. He's a Daily Telegraph football news correspondent. He told us that Luke Shaw has boosted his hopes of being included in England's final 26-man squad for the Euros 2024 by stepping up his recovery from injury. Shaw has returned to the grass and started training in part with the rest of the England squad this week. So he has been named part of the 26-man squad that is going to the Euros, and wait to see how things pan out in there for you. And for him, I told you, he has to use this tournament to obviously get back to the levels we expect him to be as a player, because he has been really very pivotal into that left back position for the club of Manchester United. Not injured the previous season of 2020-2023, but 2023-2024 has seen him really get back to the breaking point that he was on way back before he really returned to full fitness. So guys, I call upon for your reactions into the comment section below. Gonçalo Man United interest confirmed by Fabrizio Romano. What do you make about it? And Harry Maguire dropped from the Euro squad. Luke Shaw into the Euro squad. I sign out for now. See you later. 300 likes, smash in this video, and don't forget to subscribe because we want to hit 18,000 subscribers. May the living to God bless you abundantly. The Muslims, Barakallahu Fikum. We out.